Welcome to the fascinating story of one of the world's most powerful drugs, penicillin, a name that became a revolution, but whose origin was anything but dramatic. Our story begins in 1928 in a laboratory in London with a simple, messy accident that changed medicine forever. Scottish bacteriologist Alexander Fleming returned from vacation to his lab at St. Mary's Hospital, only to find it in disarray. This chaos, however, held a hidden treasure. One of his Petri dishes was contaminated with mold, yet Fleming noticed something extraordinary. The bacteria growing in the dish had been completely destroyed around the area where the mold was present. Instead of tossing the spoiled experiment, Fleming investigated. This is where the story of the name begins. The mold belonged to a genus known as Penicillium. This genus name held the key to the future drug's identity. Under a microscope, the mold's spores looked like tiny paintbrushes. In Latin, the word for little brush is penicillus. Fleming simply named the antibacterial substance produced by the mold penicillin, meaning, essentially, the thing from the little brush mold. It was scientifically practical, not poetic. However, the story of penicillin's journey to becoming a life-saving drug wasn't over yet. Fleming had discovered the substance, but for over a decade he couldn't stabilize it or produce it in a usable form, leaving it as merely a scientific curiosity. The breakthrough came during World War II, when two scientists at Oxford, Florey and Ernst, figured out the complex process of how to mass-produce stable penicillin. Suddenly, this moldy discovery was saving soldiers from deadly infections. By D-Day, it was being produced on an industrial scale, and the simple name stuck. Penicillin's accidental naming became the foundation for a global medical revolution. It became the blueprint for modern antibiotics, giving rise to the entire psyllin family of drugs, including amoxicillin and ampicillin. Contrast this with names like aspirin. Penicillin wasn't named for a founder or carefully engineered for branding. It was simple, scientific, and global. In the end, it wasn't named for what it did, but for what its source, the mold, looked like under a microscope. This humble origin story is a profound reminder of the nature of discovery. Today, penicillin has saved hundreds of millions of lives, proving that the greatest discoveries often emerge from the most unexpected places. Next time you hear its name, remember that the most powerful names sometimes grow by accident, hiding in plain sight.